Hello, I'm Jamie. This is Tradespotting. This is a quick update for Busy 8s. We're starting on AMC for a change because this is the one that's up here. We've got Rocky's DMI below and we've got his RSI EMA underneath that. This, of course, is price action. As you can see, we've got a lower line here in white and a top line here in red. This is part of a channel that we'll see more of later. As you can see here, there is a positive splay starting on these moving averages. 15 minutes, this here moving average, I'll just show you now that I'm up here and which ones I'm using because they have changed just for this moment. It's 18, 36 to 54 exponential moving averages. They come in yellow, green, blue, and then the 100 and 200 period simple moving averages, which are the ones I like and I keep on all the time. You're tracing like the shortest period one on the top side. You've broken through this 236 and confirmed that and tested it properly on 15 minutes and got above here, gone up, not reached 382 or the 0.5 Fibonacci levels, which come in higher obviously, and on the left you can see here that this breakdown point proved to be important on just a horizontal. When you drop that line on, you can see it and you can just move that one. And you'll see here like that intersects with the top of that channel along here, which would be on the 16th of August. And will prices just consolidate at support, which would be very bullish ahead of a breakout move? Will they go up and then just go up but not break through the 618 and so continue the downward trend, having done a fake out from this channel, which is like coming more and more on the screen now? Or will they drop down, test this 236 and then put in some sort of triangle formation here between this area? All of those would be bullish scenarios, but it may well be that comes down, test this 236, drops below the 200 period moving average on this 15 minute. We'll check what this looks like in terms of moving average, display and slope in a second on higher time frames. But this 236 at 32.29, that's still what you're looking at. You're still really thinking, does this come down and touch this? This isn't even really the bottom of this overall channel when you zoom out properly. I know we're still in the 15 minutes, but you can see this was catching important levels, but actually it may not even be a channel. It may be a wedge, something like that. We'll see. It's got a couple of touches here and one back there. That's not really enough. You could just drag this and say, well, it's actually maybe something more like that. Or again, you could take this line and you could drag it down, drag it on the bottom, and you can see maybe it's more like this here or something. And that's like an example of the futility of trying to make decisions based on pattern trading alone. But it does tell you how they evolve and how you can work with that to build it into a thesis and then make decisions based on confluent factors. Some of those are the Fibonacci's, and holding that 236 is really just the first thing to do, and having done it a little bit is only a tiny little thing to have done. So, and I know that sounds like speaking to babies, but really the horizontals up here are much higher, and this is in the mid downtrend, and these are lower highs, and the only thing that's positive about this on the 15-minute time frame is that this here is a higher low. But the fact is that it had the lower low on the RSI from its previous low, and in a downtrend. Is that hidden bullish divergence? No. Is it like bearish divergence? No, not yet. We'll see what happens when prices get down there again. It looks as well like they move if they don't hold this 236, and I don't see any reason why they would break out at the top of this. They've got no real suggestion it's going to happen in the lower term time frame there, and it's already had good news, and that good news catalyst turned into a selling event. So I'm not sure about you're going to see anything there. Jason and Kirsten, both Tradespotting and Girk, are helping us level up. Yo, 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 how's it going, Jason and Kirsten? Good to see you both. You or your order. It's usually not both of you, right? I mean, you've not got the laptop attached to your faces or something, or their faces attached to each other, or who knows, maybe they're just constantly snogging all the time, in which case I suppose for all intents and purposes, although eating to fish fingers and whatnot would get tough. Right, okay, hello. Stop being stupid, Jimmy. Right, yeah, 16181414. That's the extension target. Should this break out of this thing, it would come up, test the top of this formation. It would also be some sort of a measured move off this flag, and that's up at $60, and that would be a 60%. Could go further up to the 97s, but even getting that full measured move I'd question it because there's so many difficult levels for it to break above. Primarily, it's 618. That's like assuming it holds this 236, and that's up at $38.90 and change. And I would see that as being a medium-term top at the minute for this, even if it does break out of this formation. And then I'd see it coming back in again. That could be bearish. So, but like this is what I want. I would need to see it breaking that, and that'd be important. Above that, you've got 382 of a different fib, and that level like also confluent with horizontal support and resistance, perhaps more. So it's still not secure until you've opened and closed 4 hours above $40 and 67 cents. Just isn't. Even though it might feel good, it might look great. Might be a little something, but it isn't going to change anything yet. And then, so open and closing 4 hours above that, then you're thinking, yeah, baby, what's going on? This is a W bottom. Might be, right? Early, let's check on the 4 hour. Nah, it's just more of this downtrend. Perhaps in like a falling wedge there, it breaks up, forms some sort of then fails to break 618 and fails to break support and resistance and comes back down again. And that's the question, is it putting in a lower low? And if then it's already tested this 200 period moving average at $29, so then it's like coming in more, and it's like the bottom level of this channel then becomes active, and you're thinking, does it get down to $24.99? That area, that's what it looks like, and it's got questions coming up now. And that's the way these formations work. They dictate psychology, but they're only done when they're done. So if it's a bull flag, then there'll be bullish momentum and it'll pull it through. And it might be something starting daily. Yeah, cool, but like also not really brilliant. And then shite. So we'll see. No conviction, no strength, despite the volume that they have over here or on the AMC. And that, it makes me sound like a dick saying it like that, doesn't it? When you think about it, you're like, wow, he just like said all of that bearish shit, and then he was like, but even if it's bullish, it's still like not all that good. And it's like, maybe he's just an asshole and doesn't like AMC. And truth is, no, it's not that at all. It's just that's what the charts are saying. It's a fucking tough spot for it at the minute. It is like that. Tradespotting, do you need some coffee? Jamie needs justice. I need justice. How about PaySafe? What is PaySafe? I don't know what that is, but it's a good name. He's often on for a good hour after close, Grizzle Primate. I am, yea, often. What time is it like? Holy sugars, it's 23 minutes past, but I'm not going to stay on forever. This is a busy clip for Busy Apes. I'm making a clip and everything. 7 minutes, isn't it? So that's your AMC, long and short of it, really. And then on to the GME, which came second today. So that's what happened. Starting on the daily time frame. Should we? Where is all that thing? It flashed live in 5. Where was it at? There, it flashed again, but now it's disappeared. We like. The neighbours are shouting at each other. Oh well, shit happens. Cheer up, guys. You never know. Might never happen. I can't see much with my drawings, but I'm not prepared to delete them. So I'm not starting on that. I'm going to go down to the 15 minutes. Start here. Welcome to me changing my mind. Okay, so the Busy Ape TA, yeah. So we came down, we put in a divergent lower low. Prices bounced back up again at this point. Prices lower on price action, higher on RSI. You also had a trend change there, signified by the cross in your DMI. Prices bounced up again, touched the 236, came back. Wasn't much of a retracement, only to the 50 period moving average here on the 15 minutes, and then they started going up again. They've mostly held this 18 period yellow moving average as well. Tradespotting, I think everyone like to hear the truth. If the charts are saying bearish, good to know. If you're an AMC person, I'm not, but I support the cause. Cool, next one, cool, thanks, Riley. So, some people just don't see it like that, but that's fine. I don't care. They're just saying the way it is. Price action does what price action does, and usually it does whatever. And if it goes up when I was thinking it might come back, that's great, right? I mean, Anyway, yeah. So you had done this series of higher lows here, and higher highs so far. Looks to be like a channel that's evolved out of an inverted head and shoulders. It may turn into something else. It's got this line in the middle of it. This is your top side. It may play up inside these two until such times as it tests this horizontal. Drop that on. See, it's also got this one here. It's important from breaking out of this previous area and the measured move of that head and shoulders. And having dropped below that, I'd say it's slightly less important. The one above it is the one to focus on. Down below, you're saying, what is this? Well, it looks very much like consolidation and catching. I mean, I draw that in, but the 200 period moving average does the job for me. Coming in for this rounding turn up to gain, having tested support, having broken through some levels, that would be very positive. You're well above the 236 on the drop down. Pardon that squiggle. You're well above the 236 on the drop down from this high at 195. And because it's put in that consolidation at this ups and downs and whatnot so far already, it's a downtrend, but because it's got this period of accumulation, I would say, then you're thinking like, how does this evolve in its tests back of those areas that were previously support, and what does the trend look like at the time? And it's likely to be a little bit, have it like it's got a touch of bearish divergence until such times as it burns off and proves itself, and that's often what happens after it's filled its jets, which may be that GME is just a couple of days or so, or maybe more, ahead of AMC in the same process. And you'll hear Rocky say that phrase a lot as well, like filling the jets and that. And like what comes next, if it works out, is like the move up. And then generally speaking, it's a little bit bearishly divergent. At least it seems to be until such times it's had the frail thrust, when it kicks in with the extra engines. Fundamentals on GME are we have no idea what this is worth, which is nice. Yes, that's what it is. It's like the fundamental analysis is you really want to have been doing that when DFE was doing it, and now is the time for technical analysis so that you can manage your position, which you've already made the decision on because of partly the fundamental analysis, but that itself hasn't changed. And it says that the thing doesn't actually have a price because of the greater market environment it's in. While watching, I am getting the urge to be part of some M&D studies. Very soothing. Well, I've not got a sponsorship yet. Does anyone have a good exit strategy spreadsheet template? Oh, don't you love your spreadsheets there, Sean? You're like, oh, anyone got a spreadsheet I can have? Oh, that's so weird, eh? Because like, not you're not. That's cool. I was on the Reddit there, looking at the posts that people were putting up and stuff, because that's what you do on Reddit. Hardy har, and somebody had written up the notes from a show I did there last week or Monday or something, because they thought it was so good, which it was. It was fucking brilliant. So they'd like transcribe bits of it and put in their thoughts and whatnot and use some of the old analogies and added to my kind of illustrative language, and I liked it loads. But then people were like, send me the notes. It's like they're written right there. Why do you need them to send them? But they love things sent to them in note form and that, and delivered in spreadsheet form and that. People love that. Lap it up, so they do. Jamie, when are you going to get yourself a new computer chair? Oh, feckin' soon. Like, I mean to do it all the time, but then, like, part of the problem is I wanted to get it with a desk, and the desk that I wanted to get, because it's long enough to fit the monitors that I use on, and still then have a gap for the camera to shine through and still see me, they don't deliver it, so I have to go to the frickin' shop to get the frickin' thing, which isn't quite possible right at this moment, so... soon, hopefully this by that sort of stuff by the next week. I try to upgrade everything at like over the weekends too. That's when you see changes get made. So like I'll spend a couple hours doing something, and if I don't quite make it to get that completed, then I'm like, sugar, now I have to try this next thing. Will you give me a game of chess? Of course I shall. I shall give you one. Are you on Rocky's Discord? If not, then some other way. I mean, you can DM me an invite to a chess app on Twitter, and I'll beat your ass at chess on Twitter, but I can't guarantee you when it'll happen. It'll probably be when I'm taking a poo sometime, and I can't guarantee you how long the game will take either. We'll see. Sean M, Pi-Fi, Reddit ID, Kickernet has an exit strategy under Reddit. So yes, you can look at all of these things in that weird language that Stefan just spoke about, something called an exit strategy. Herman Miller is the only MOAS-worthy chair. I can't get one of them. I've taken help from people to get to these places as it is, and like, can't waste their money on things that are like extravagant luxuries. The world is full of pointless PowerPoint fannies. I love spreadsheets, me. Gantt charts, a lot. Oh, you like the Gantt charts, do you? Even a shopping list if I'm desperate. You probably would like then the Argus catalogue, and or maybe you sit and flick through making Amazon wish lists all the time. I knew a girl that did that once. Long story. Your back has to hurt. Yeah, I know, and my bum and everything else, but it's my own stupid problem. I need to just organize my things out. Organize my things out. I need to organize my things out. Some of those things are words. I'm not a cat. If you've never made a mind map, you've never lived, pal. Mind maps are pretty nifty, especially if you're learning like huge chunks of information in a really short period of time, and you want to learn off. Like for my A level English exam, one of them was like Chaucer. He wrote one of the first novels, so obviously it was written in Old English, and it's essentially a different language from normal English. Like it doesn't, Anyway, so parts of the Canterbury Tales, right, 3 of them, were on this exam. And it was a closed book exam, which means you weren't allowed the exam with you. They weren't allowed the book with you. So I learnt the books off, learnt every word in them off by heart using mind maps. Tradespotting, you're going to get Ferrari, but not the Ferrari of chairs. I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't, man. Because everything is sacrifice. Cause, everything's a sacrifice somewhere. And no good chairs are worth the price doing your job and success most of the day. Tell me about it, buddy. Will you play a game of checkers or shoots and ladders? We don't call it shoots and ladders. Are you a baby, Daniel? You must be a little baby person, Daniel. You must be a little baby boy. We call it snakes and ladders. What's shoots and ladders? Like, what is that? What is that? What is shoots and ladders? What is that, Daniel? Was that a typo? What is shoots and ladders? It's snakes and ladders. What is that? Get a second hand on eBay at 20% off the price. 20%! That's still like, you know how much those things are. What will I do to get tennies and change it? I need to get desk with it in it. I've got it all earmarked and I know which one I'm getting. I budgeted it out already. It's just Amazon didn't have the chair and the desk people don't have the delivery for the bigger table. So I have to wait till it is there. Look at Secret Labs, expensive but really worth it. Well then that's just the opposite of what I was just saying, Amber. Fruits. We want to go for super cheap, but like incredible that it's that. Why is it that cheap? That's so good. That's what we're looking for. That skill. Like people would think it's shit, but it's actually amazing. Rather than people look at it, it's amazing and are surprised when it's actually worth the money. More like holy shit, that's totally so amazing. You get that for that price. I will sell steel chairs. Well, that it doesn't sound good for my bum. Ergonomic and at a discount. Steel case chairs. What the hell is a steel case chair? Sounds powerful. USA watered down snakes and ladders. I can't believe they watered down snakes and ladders. Shoot is a slide. I know. I guess what it is, right? It's like a flume. It's a shoot. It's a slide. It's just I couldn't believe I couldn't believe that it was like snakes are too scary for the American market, so they call them shoots and ladders here, as Grizzle Primate says. I can't believe it. That's true, eh? It fucking is. That's fucking true. That'll be what it is, by the way. That's fucked up. Gaston, there you are. How are you doing, mate? As if I don't know. What do the snakes do? Well, they eat the kids. They eat the kids, eh? Tradespotting. Then look up autonomous chairs. They're pretty cheap, but seem good. Awesome. Autonomous chairs. Fuck, awesome. Right, here we go. Thanks, Joe. Tradespotting. The Clatina office chair on Amazon is worth way more than it costs. I love my chair. Did tons of research and I'm tall and skinny. Awesome. Shay, it's me with Clatina office chair. Right, wait till I copy that. Paste it. Sorry. Thanks. Just need this tab. And then Joe was saying, sorry, I'm now taking the piss here. And then I'm gonna look up those ones. These are good suggestions. Thanks. I know I'm totally taking Ricky here. I shouldn't really, but thanks. Daniel Assange. I promise I make a game of shoots and ladders good for your bum. Oh, so there wouldn't be snakes eating my bum. What is it with that? That's ridiculous that you guys call that. I mean, I'm just a big fan of America, but what you like, hey? High-end furniture makers sell their products at minus 70% catalog prices just for show. Where are they at? Where are these high-end furniture makers at? Yo, I'll chap on their door and be like, I've heard you get the real bargains. Give me some. I'm dying over this. It's true, the shoots are slides. Yeah, that's fucked up. It's so fucked up, hey. Because also you'd want to go down the chute, right? I mean, chutes are things kids like going down anyway, but the objective is to get to the end of the game. So it's just like, wow, it's a massive compromise. It's like going too far. In my book, I'd be saying that. I think that it might be in that sense because that is taking it too far. I mean, you've made a compromise there on the game with that design decision, a decision that has compromised you on a principle about the whole game. So really, it might actually just be that Snakes and Ladders is being like patented, and there's also some other change in the rules, and somehow you're getting away with it, so that you can screw the poor chaps that invented Snakes and Ladders or something. That now there's the true story starting to come out here. I think pickle pooper here. Yay! Just wanted to say thanks for the awesome stream. Follow you on Twitter now. Oh, cool, man. I slay it on Twitter. I've got a very particular personality over there, so you'll see what that's like. Nice to meet you. Thanks very much for joining up on following me on Twitter and coming on over here. It is appreciated. Richow. Pickle pooper. Can you pick a pickle pooper can? I can't remember if the one I played had snakes or shoots now. Well, if you don't remember the snakes, it's shoots. Come on. Come on. We know tubes. Did I miss Melissa? Me, the only bag holder? Made it back in time for y'all. Yeah, wow, we've been there moon and back now, KT. You really missed out. It was fun, but you missed it. But no problem, we'll tell you all about it. Only joking. Prices closed at 162.35 for GME 330. Did I make that busy ape clip? Shit, I think I did, but then I got distracted before I managed to do the GME ship. So people are going to be like tuning in and destroyed by my nonsense talk for ages. I did AMC, did I do GME? I think I got here. I think I talked about this. I think I went through it. So we did an inverted head and shoulders. We did the measured move out of it. We came into a new formation, which might be this upward or sloping channel. It's a self like the AMC one we talked about earlier. Got a mid-level and top one, and that would be extreme, and this would be like understandable, but it's still very steep. On the bottom side of that, this is a trend that'll be hard to maintain, as you saw it was with this moving average and touchdown at 55. Like really you want that 50 period simple moving average to provide support as well as the bottom side of this channel and move up within this pitchfork that I've drawn from our low to this high on this move here. I mean, you could even move it and see it's like there, but that would give you another reason to drop, bounce, and now you've got a touch on the bottom, you've got a touch here, through it you've gone up and hit the basis line center there, and you could leave that on and say that that might be how it works out. But these things, as they form, you need to see a number of touches on different sides of it to be able to rely on it, and for any sort of future confluent things you're needing to see a number of tests so it is reliable, and within this you'll get something if you're going to continue this process of higher lows and or higher highs. At the top side of it you'll see $170 there. It's likely confluent with something else such as this 0.5 Fibonacci at 168. So you want to see prices move up. If that happens over time, fine. If it happens really quickly, there'll likely be steps back, and those ones will be this previous peak, these previous ones, an uptrend. That's what you'd be looking at, as opposed to anything else. And really, like, having already put in this peak once, touch it twice, and then 3 times, and then 4 times. That if that keeps happening before you put in any sort of a lower low on this, like these bottom circles here, then you'll break through it. And when you do your next level up is 174. It's a 618 retracement on the Fibonacci. It comes in at 174 spot some change. And I'd expect there to be some congestion as well, and perhaps price at that point, then you can see it would be at the top of this pitchfork. It may just then meander up slowly along here, or it may break up, and if it does break up, then support levels above, based on horizontal support and resistance, are right up at the top, and that one touch before the breakdown. And those prices, that takes you in towards the end of August, and it could well be that it starts following this sort of a trend. And should it do that, there's going to be an increase in volume. There's going to be loads and loads of people that can see obvious stuff happening, and you'll also be breaking like important levels. This first one in around 166 now is like important for this breakdown area. It's important because we touched it once here on our first rise up, and it's starting to create some sort of a formation too. Should prices go up higher here, you'll see that maybe on the 1 hour you'd have some sort of shoulder, some right shoulder to this inverted head and shoulder type pattern. That take you then higher up to the top side of the channel, and you can see all that sort of thing. And if you recover, which looks like we're nearly actually doing this 50 period moving average, and you stay where it is here in terms of body closes, body closes, then it'll be about playing between the 50 and the 200 on the 4-hour time frame. Watch it happen. You hold above here, you're going to the 200. It's 171. Watch that happen, eh? Watch that happen, and then tell me TA isn't useful, and then tell me Jamie's not, and then we'll go from there to the daily time frame, and we'll stretch it out so you can actually see what's going on at this stage, and you'll see, well, what's actually fucking going on? It's an absolutely massive, huge bull trend. It's absolutely brilliant. This is called parabolic move. You get another one of them, it'll be the best chart you've ever seen in your freaking life. What's happening is fucking consolidating that support here, or resistance, whatever you want to call it. It's irrelevant when we've gone beyond it, and when we've gone beyond it, I mean open and close a weekly. That's 3-4-3. I've said it a lot. I've said it for a while. Other people are also starting to say it. Don't know why, but I'm glad. And 3-4-3 weekly open and close. That's the busy TA clip. Thank you very much. Click like, please, because this helps. It's just that matters, because none of the other ones seem to work for it. So that helps. I was thinking about making the busy TA clips members only, and then someone on Twitter was like, threatening people isn't going to get you anywhere. It's like, well, it wasn't fucking threatening people. It's like, if you do that, it doesn't count for the stats, so it'd stop damaging the channel, so then more people would see the live streams, which is where they all come from, as everyone who's watching right now knows. So, yeah, I was thinking about that. Also, then it feels like members have got something back or whatever, like, which they have. So I don't know, I don't know what to fucking do. I want to make it work, so that's it. Thanks very much.